Welcome back to Nordic Arms and History. In today's video, we're celebrating 2,000 subscribers by doing a little bit of an unboxing video that I got from a auction site. In fact, there's a really rare item I got here, which I've never expected to get so soon. So you'll be joining me as I unbox this, sort of as a halfway celebration, as I didn't actually have any video scheduled for this weekend, but next weekend, it'll be business as usual. So let's get the unboxing crag bayonet here and let's get into it. Alrighty, so I've set it up like this as it's a really big box, and my room is pretty small. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. The filming room is relatively small. And as you can see, I have this is my unboxing crag bayonet. It's not a really rare one. As you can see, someone's welded it on to make it like a tool knife. And if I open this, you can see it's been very well worn down by the previous owner. But I picked this up cheap, and I thought this was a really cool bayonet. You might have seen this before, in fact, as a microphone. I used it. But yeah, let's take an open this box and let's see how this goes. So the stuff I won is actually pretty cool. I really don't have that many binoculars in my collection. I do have an early 1900s French binocular that Norwegians could have used, but this, one of the things I got in here is, well, you'll be able to see it in a moment here. So let's see here. There we go. This knife isn't really that sharp either. There we go. Hopefully there shouldn't be any papers in here. I opened it up upside down as well, just to make sure I don't actually accidentally dox myself, as that's not fun. We can already start seeing it over here. In fact, it looks like we have to do two unboxings, as that's one batch and that's the other batch. So let's take out this first box here and look at the first two items in this box. All right, now we're at the first two of this binocular bonanza, as I would like to call it. And some really cool stuff. This is really interesting. We'll be getting to that secondly. But let's start off with this, which is it's a civilian binocular. I believe this is an opera binocular. They're really nice. A really beautiful set of like theater or opera binoculars, as you can see. In really nice condition. There's a little bit of wear on I think this is silver plating. But wow. It says on it, Lemaire Fabt, yeah, okay. And it says Paris on them. But really beautiful. It looks to be silver, maybe. I don't see any like marks on it. But really cool. This isn't the reason why I bought this, because these two came together, these binoculars, and I was really aiming for this one right here. And we'll be getting to that now. And its case is really nice, like old case. I don't know what time frame this would be from, but it's definitely not new. So really cool. Now moving on to probably the reason why I got this. I didn't expect to get this, by the way. No one challenged me on this bid. So first of all, what we have here, the case is beautiful as well. We have a really nice Carl Zeiss. As you can see, I'm going to zoom on here a little bit. Carl Zeiss, and it's a DF6X. And if I'm correct, I did a little bit of research. I don't know if it's correct, but this is at least a World War I era binocular, just based off the serial number. Now, I'm not a binocular expert, but if anyone knows, feel free to comment them down below. I want as much information as I can. It's a really nice binocular. Probably not going to leave my collection anytime soon, but you never know. I didn't expect to win this, so still a beautiful set. I love the patina on this with the brass showing through. Really, really cool. I'm really happy to get this. And again, I didn't expect to get this for the price though. So, and also like the leather sling is still there, so really cool. And also the case is still very interesting, and it's in very good condition, I'd say. For if it is from 1916, then definitely it's showing its age, but it's still in good condition. Everything is still soft. The inside is still, if I can get a good focus here, still in good condition. It looks like the top piece here has snapped off, so that is unfortunate. But again, despite its age, I'd say this is pretty decent condition. Let's put this back in here. So I'm guessing it's like so. Let me just close it up. There's this latch here, like that, like so. So yeah, this could be a like World War I era Carl Zeiss binocular. I'm really happy with it. So we're now going to go on to the next box, which was packaged separately because these were two different lots that I was able to get. So let's unbox this smaller package and see what we got in there. Alrighty, we got the trusty unboxing crag yet again. We're going to open up this. Now this is the one that I primarily really wanted because one of the binos in here are, at least for Norwegian military history, and in my opinion, is probably unobtainium. I don't know how I got it. I shouldn't have gotten this. It's kind of like that other uniform grouping that I got. I shouldn't really have gotten this, and I did somehow. So it's going to be in my collection. So let's see here. There we go. This one's at least more properly wrapped, it looks like, with proper wrapping. Here's the first one. This one has, as you can see, a little bit of leather here. We're going to put this box away here. And then we have the second one here. We're going to move this box away. There we go. So let's start with this bottom one and see what this is. This is modern. So this is not really why I bought this. It is more of just like the other like early one, like this one. It's just I got it because it wasn't a lot of two. But this here, just a regular, I believe 60s or 70s binocular, ERFA brand, 8x40. It's a decent usage binocular, I guess, but not something I plan to keep. So just a decent binocular. So that means what's next here is what I paid the big bucks for. And I know that the case it came in is in not so good condition. As you can see here, the case looks to have been replaced at some point or repaired maybe, but as you can see, there's a belt mount here, and that is because this, it looks like the button here is gone, that's why. Okay, if you look here, the button that's supposed to hold it back is gone, but I might be able to 3D print it or find some sort of replica or maybe get some way to reproduce that. But on the other side here, there is an Infantry Regiment number 9. That is really cool. I didn't see that in the auction here. It says Infantry Regiment number 9. There's an actual infantry marking on this. Damn, okay. This is really cool. So let's get this opened. It just straps like this. And I'm going to sit down here. Now this here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, is something I never expected to get just because of how damn rare these are. Again, they're binoculars, shocker. Wow, okay, I didn't see that either. But this is an original Hensoldt binocular here, as you can see. And that's not uncommon, but what's really uncommon is right there. This is a Norwegian Army contract binocular. These are few and far between. I've never seen one of these in person. These are really cool and really rare, I believe, as well. And it has great patina, and like again, the brass is showing through. Man. And well, from what I know, and I didn't even know this when I was unboxing this, was, if we put this down real quick, this is most likely the original holster or container for it, because on the back side here, you can see there's a belt, a way to put on a belt. And if I'll show you a picture here, and this is actually this was meant for the officers, for the Norwegian officers. Actually, wait a minute. This is probably the original top then as well, actually. Look at this. I thought the mist color meant that it wasn't original, but it looks like it might be. A lot of this is worn off, but still, wow. Really cool. I don't know what is in here, so we're going to open this and take a look together. Okay, I don't want to... No way. Is that spare parts? It's very crusty. I don't want to accidentally break anything, but this looks to be very stiff and a little bit rotten here. I don't want to... Let's try a little bit. Okay. They're a ring of some sort. Looks to be maybe, it could be spare lenses. I'm going to give it a little bit more time here off camera, see if I can get these out without damaging this top piece. But wow, okay, this is really cool. So this is most likely its original holster as well. Really, really cool. Wow. I thought this was, on the website, it was upside down like this. So I thought this marking was just 6, you know, just a serial number. But when we looked at it together, it's actually Infantry Regiment number 9. Wow, that is really cool. I'm going to search up as well where they were located, and I'll be putting that up here as well. But damn, I did not expect that. I'd say this is well worth what I paid for it. And I think I paid decent money for it, but not too much. Wow. Dude, these binoculars are really cool. Look at that. Original Norwegian officer binoculars. I can't wait to try and see if these are good when it comes to like actual binoculars. And if you give me a moment here, I'm actually going to show you something really, really interesting. Here you can actually see, I actually have a Hensoldt binocular from before. I believe this is a Bundeswehr or some sort of surplus because I picked it up at a army surplus store. But still really cool to see Hensoldt still making these binoculars after so much time. This is probably a long, this is probably a big gap, but it's really cool that they still made binos. And of course the Norwegian contract is just because Norway didn't have the market to produce their own optics. And Norwegian optics in the collector space is, well, really rare. If you find Norwegian optics, they normally catch a really high premium. So I'm glad I was able to pick this up for a decent price. And of course, the 2 other binos that I wasn't really interested in, I will probably be getting rid of, selling it in the Norwegian market here. Still really, really, really cool. I'm happy I got at least this, and of course the, I believe to be World War I era Zeiss binocular. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. The Norwegian Hensoldt binocular is going to be a pride in my collection, especially if I'm going to have a full officer uniform. I had to have this. So it's really cool that I was able to find one with infantry markings. I didn't even know that, and I'm really happy I got this, as well as the Carl Zeiss Bino. This is something I wasn't expecting of picking up, but I got it for a really good price, so I couldn't really say no. And these are really cool optics that now kind of show both sides of the 1940 conflict. You have the German side and you have the Norwegian side. Really cool. And of course, if there's any binocular or optic experts that are watching this video, feel free to comment down below if I missed anything. I'm not a perfect expert on this. I just knew that this was a Norwegian contract one. That's all I knew. This one was more of just a coincidence or a coinkydink. So I'm really happy overall. And again, I also want to thank everyone for 2,000 subscribers. This is something I didn't expect at all, that so many people would be interested in Nordic arms and history. I'm really happy, and I hope you will continue to watch these videos. And if you have any ideas of how to improve the channel or have any suggestions, I love getting them. I always have a list that I write down, and I try to do at least one of these every month. It's not as easy just for travel and such, but I try my best. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it. It really does recommend it to more people. And also, if you have any comments, again, comment them down below. And as usual, if you want to learn more about Nordic arms and history, consider subscribing. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.